Found out the past couple weeks that I might be moving to Virginia Beach.
No.
That's the best story I got. I don't know. Why don't we just jump into it?
Okay, go.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining us again on another week of me and my brother talking to each other. We don't have a name for it yet. We're going to decide soon. But, yeah. So, what's the topic today, Joshua?
This week we're going to be talking about memberships. YouTube has started a new thing where you can become a member to one of your favorite subscribers. I know... I don't think this is an actual thing yet. I think it's like YouTube's kind of testing it to see how it's gonna go, but it's actually happening. I mean, they're having like some of your bigger subscribers on YouTube. They're starting to do membership, and we're talking about what our thought about it is.
Well, I will say, before we got started, Joshua asked me, have I been keeping up with what's going on YouTube recently? And I said, yes, I have. And then he said, so you know about the membership things? And I was like, no. Okay, there's one YouTuber that I know about it. Rhett and Link are doing the Mythical Society. And apparently that's kind of like the YouTube membership, where they're working with YouTube to do like this exclusive content, memberships only kind of thing. And so they decided to put a spin on it and called it the Mythical Society, kind of like secret society, like Freemason stuff.
And I think Rhett and Link are doing kind of a little beyond that. They're giving like discounts and stuff to some of their members. But
yeah, so they're making a whole thing out of it. But tell me a little bit about, more in detail, like what other YouTubers are using it as. Like, do you know any other YouTubers that are using it?
I mean, I've heard some of like David Dobrik and kind of the Vlog Squad, some of them, they're using it, and then I've heard just some of the other YouTubers. I can't think off the top of my head. Those are the ones who I've heard exactly. But my thought on it, just right off the top, like PewDiePie,
do you not like it?
PewDiePie likes to say, it's for all his 9-year-old subscribers out there. A lot of 9-year-olds don't have a lot of money.
That's true.
I don't know if they're gonna have. On top of that, you can subscribe to get some of the free stuff, but then you pay kind of a subscription to get better than free.
If we think back to what we did a few weeks ago talking about YouTube, it doesn't seem this is just another way. Okay, but it's going a different direction, because we talked about how YouTube focuses on people watch it for the creators, and so they don't mind sitting through ads. So this is another way for YouTube, I guess, to make money and the creators to make a little extra money.
Yeah.
By pushing into the creators, not YouTube as a whole platform.
And do you think this is...
it works better than... Okay, before I didn't know the name. It used to be YouTube Red. I found out it's YouTube Premium. They changed the name. But this is a better idea than YouTube Premium, definitely. Because it's allowing the people to focus in on the creators.
I don't know if this is exactly why, but I'm guessing this is why YouTube's kind of coming up with this, because all the big subscriber channels, they're complaining about like their AdSense revenue has gone down significantly, and people can't become like get ads on their video to like a certain extent. YouTube's trying to kind of resolve so that just any video can't get ads on, I guess. And this is kind of a way to change that, to give them a little bit more than just ads.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the issue, because as the creators, if you're monetizing your content, you're relying on that income, then, which I think, side note, it's kind of funny that all of the biggest YouTubers are the ones that are talking about having the issue. You know what I mean? They're already making good money. I know it's frustrating, especially if they're trying to run a business, if a video they create gets demonetized or something, and they lose or gets claimed. And so I understand that that's a frustration, but at the same time, your revenue is a lot higher than some of these other smaller YouTubers that are barely making it by, but they're the ones always complaining. Anyway,
I think probably the reason why the more subscribed channel are complaining, probably because they have budgets on their videos. They're like, we're spending this much on the video, but then we don't make any money off of it.
Partly, but there's also some of their videos are like no budgets. You know what I mean? Like, if you think of some of these crazy vloggers who do crazy stuff in their vlog, or they do expensive stuff to make the vlog interesting, like, you know, I don't know, buying a car, or, you know, wrecking some expensive piece of equipment, or driving it, or, you know, just something that it's going to cost them a lot. That's kind of like a video budget, but at the same time, they're usually, if they're smart business people, then they're going to account for that. And a lot of them do. A lot of them do account for how much it's going to take, what kind of budget they need for even a week's worth of content. And honestly, you can make up that amount with one video that doesn't get demonetized. So yeah, you just have to be a smart business person, I think, in general, because if you're spending all that you're going to make on one video on creating that, then that's just not a good business decision, like, in general, in my opinion. Not that I know a crap ton about it, but there's where was I going with that?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, where is he going?
I don't know. Going back to the idea of, is it a better platform to be able to support the creators specifically? Yes, but it also requires you to pick who you're going to really support. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I thought, okay, back before Joshua told me that this is an actual thing that YouTube is doing and not just something that I thought Rhett and Link were doing on their own, I thought it was a great idea. I was like, Rhett and Link they have a good fan base. Now I'm looking at other creators that might do it, and I'm like, I'm having already a hard time deciding if I want to do it for Rhett and Link. Now I got to pick from all of my favorite creators and be like, well, I can't be spending $200 a month to see all the exclusive content from these creators.
This is probably YouTube trying to get in on the like Netflix, that it's a subscription each month. It's like, YouTube is free, and that's kind of why everybody loves YouTube.
Yeah.
But then YouTube's trying to get in part of that game of the subscription per month. Deal. So,
and but it's just another way of doing it on the backs of the creators. You know what I mean? It's like YouTube was doing their own stuff with YouTube Premium. They were funding their own films, using the creators or whatnot to make their own content, YouTube content. And then they started doing YouTube originals with certain creators, where they would give creators money to make certain content, like Rhett and Link doing the Mythical Show and doing the longer version of GMM. And then they come back to, okay, we're just going to do more of a low-key way of getting these creators to make us more money, you know what I mean? Which I understand it's a partnership. I understand it's something that creators are getting into, and it's something that they choose to do. But it's still... There's just something about it, because YouTube already makes so much money. There's just something about it that just feels icky to me. You know what I mean? Like, YouTube is making all this money. If the creators want, in my opinion, for what these creators have done for YouTube, in a perfect world, if I was the owner of YouTube and we had a lot of money to work with, then I would probably say, let's just pick like 2,000 of our favorite YouTubers and do something that allows them to have something like the Mythical Society or these memberships, but no money's coming back to YouTube at all. You know what I mean? Just create a platform that these YouTubers can have a potential to make more money and not actually be gaining anything from YouTube, because YouTube has such a bad rap these days. They have to give back to their creators to an extent in order for them to work, to just be good business. You know what I mean? Just to have good business with these people that are bringing in a lot of the money for them, you know, through their ads and whatnot.
I mean,
because people are viewing their content.
I don't know how much YouTube is probably profiting from this, or even if they are. I don't know what YouTube is profiting from this, but I hear what you're saying. It's YouTube trying to create some more for for the channels.
Yeah, and it's them getting into more and more trying to be like the other networks again. I'm not saying YouTube's bad because they've created something. I get discouraged and I don't like it when YouTube is already at the forefront. They already are the trend center, as we had talked about last time. And then at the same time, they're still trying to be like other networks. They just need to figure out to be the best thing that they can be and not try to bring in monthly income or whatnot. If you want to start a network, but you don't need to muddy the water inside of YouTube to do that. Like, they're making plenty of money, you know?
And kind of what I brought up at the beginning a little bit, I don't know what the statistics are about...
Statistics.
What's the age range of what's the consumer of YouTube? PewDiePie says people. Younger. I mean, definitely. That's what he says.
I mean,
and I would say that too.
They're obviously adults. Like, people that were in their, mid-20s when YouTube first started hitting, those people, because a lot of the kids weren't on YouTube at first. It was like older teenagers up into their, mid to late 20s that were on YouTube. Those people are most likely still on the platform because they got into these content. So you see all of these older people that are following these creators, even though it is now overwhelmingly young kids because they just got on the platform.
But then,
a few years ago.
Is it going to be profitable to YouTube? Because younger kids aren't going to be able to bring in as much money. They watch it because it's free.
Exactly, and that's why their parents let them watch it, because it's free.
Yeah.
Their parents aren't going to be like, "Are you kidding? No, we're going to pay $20 a month so you can watch more content from this creator, and you're still already getting the free content." No, you can just keep doing the same thing that you're doing, unless your parents rich and they spoil you,
Yeah, it's all about what the statistics are.
Yeah, and even if you're a teen, you know what I mean? Like, you're an older teen, maybe you're working a part-time job. A lot of the 15 to 19-year-olds that I see, rarely, overwhelmingly, they're either unemployed or they're working part-time jobs, and they're usually are hurting for money personally. Rarely do you see someone at that age range who would be more likely to dump money into more exclusive content actually have the money. If they're starting to make adult decisions at that age and they have limited income, they're not going to
chuck it.
They're not going to be like, I'm just going to keep watching my free YouTube. I watch YouTube because it's free. I don't have Netflix, I don't have HBO or Hulu. I'm watching YouTube because it's my only form of free entertainment.
So kind of bring it back. Do you think it's going to last? Do you think it's going to go away in a couple months, like kind of the other things YouTube has tried? I mean, I don't, tell you the truth, I don't see it lasting.
Okay, I see potential for it to last better than YouTube Premium has, or them sponsoring these other creators to make edited shows or whatever, like YouTube concept originals. Shows. Yeah, YouTube originals. There's a lot better chance that that this is a better way for them that could last longer, but at the same time, my gut is saying that it's going to fall away just like everything else, because even the creators, the platform is not set up to be structured. The creators, it's like the Wild West still. Everyone says it's not like the Wild West. It is still.
Yeah, YouTube is almost trying to clean up the space of YouTube. Be like,
it's not going to be clean.
We don't want all these, just these channels that are just making random content, and it's not needed.
Us, we're not monetizing our content, but we are talking about YouTube. And we're talking pretty negatively about what YouTube does, you know what I mean? And we're going to put this on YouTube. And so there's an aspect, it's just, you can't clean it up. You have to let the creators say and do what they want, and honestly, just get out of the way of that and take your cut of the money. That's the only way that I think YouTube is the most successful, is when they just leave people alone. Now, granted, if there's I like what they did back in the early days of YouTube, where they came in and they started cleaning up porn and stuff that was on the channel, or they cleaned up really violent real recordings of videos and stuff. They didn't allow certain things. That's good, because then it does keep the platform a little bit more safe. But just limiting talking certain topics, they limit a lot of politic shows, or they don't limit it, they just don't allow you to monetize your content. So a lot of politics, because if it's more conservative leaning, or it just doesn't fit into the the high ups in YouTube holds, then they're going to limit that. They're going to demonetize it. They're going to do everything they can to not allow that company or individual to speak out and actually make money having their opinions. But at the same time, they're doing that for all kinds of content. They are filtering it. I'm not cool with that, but I am cool with them like keeping it more of a safer platform.
Who is it that's kind of setting the bar, being like, these channels can have the membership? Who's the person deciding? I know it's YouTube, but YouTube's a company. YouTube, there has to be some people that's deciding these people are going to have members. These people
I can't tell you for sure because the algorithms are so weird. But I'm assuming if you're seeing someone's video on trending at least once or twice a week, then you can probably bet your butt that they're getting a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
Like, I didn't realize this. Where since we started the show talking about Rhett and Link, I've been watching Rhett and Link for a long time. And you have as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize this, but Rhett and Link are on trending probably 3 days out of a week. Like, the day before, like, say it's Tuesday, their Monday show is probably on trending, the trending YouTube page.
Yeah.
It's just because
it's not always been that way.
It has not always been that way, but recently...
a year and a half.
Recently it has been because they just are pumping so much, not content, their fan base is so dedicated. Like us, we've been watching since like 2011, maybe 2010. Their fan base is so consistent, and they're going to watch it in the morning or the night or the afternoon, whenever their rotation is, whatever their personal schedule is. They're going to watch their content, and because of that, and they have 14 or 15 million subscribers on their GMM.
15, or they just became 15.
Yeah. So because of that, I mean, it's not like a channel who has all these views, all these subscribers and no views. Like PewDiePie has like over 70 million, and he
has 80, almost 85 now.
Oh dang,
so closer to 85.
I haven't been keeping up. Okay, he's got a lot.
Fast.
He's got a lot, and he only gets an average of like 2 to 3 to 4 million on an average video. You know,
yeah, that is true.
That's not like that for Rhett and Link. They're on trending constantly because their views are the amount of their fan base is significant with how many views they're getting. You know what I mean? They have dedicated watchers, and so people like that are going to be
it's also
key for getting those deals.
A YouTuber say that part of that is it's YouTube, to be on trending, you have to have a lot of clicks, like really quick, like clicks on your videos, and even if they don't watch the whole thing, they click on your video and watch a little bit of it. How many ever clicks you get?
Don't spill it on yourself.
However many clicks do you get per second, I guess that's what puts you on trending.
Yeah.
And everybody knows Rhett and Link's going to be there in the morning. That's a morning show.
Yeah.
So they probably get a lot of clicks in the morning, and then it kind of eases off during the day.
Yeah.
But
to sum it up, I guess, I don't know what your opinion is. What's your opinion? Do you think YouTube's going to make this work? Or do you think it's a bad idea? What's your opinion real quick?
It's all about, I guess, how people do subscriptions. I guess are people willing to have more subscriptions there to do the Netflix, the Hulu, all these other things, the HBO have subscriptions. Not even for that, you could have subscriptions to everything. That's a kind of a thing that's come now. So is people going to be ready? Are they going to be willing to pay to have a subscription for YouTube?
Okay.
I don't know. I think, to tell you the truth, I think it's going to eventually die off.
Okay.
I think it's going to die.
I'm the same with you. I think it has a better chance for survival, but it's going to die off like the other ideas. Yeah. And it's just because that's not what YouTube is. There's too many creators that are unruly. YouTube can't try to control the platform to make more money. So, thanks guys for watching, and we will see you next week.
And one more thing. Do your part. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Do your part. That's true. That's true.